Hello everyone and welcome back. You know who it is. It's CR. Now this video is gonna be more creation mode. Pardon me. A little chit chat and trying out stuff. Alright, now I'm going up the side chat here. Get a few things ready. Let some people drop in. And see what I can create. Alright, it's time to whip out my intro. And bang! CR's in the house. Let me load up the side chat here. Alright, let's see. So yeah, more creation mode for me, like always. Since spring's coming, finally, and hopefully eventually here in Canada, I figure I might as well clean up / creation mode. Bunch of stuff laying around. I mean, like, I got a box laying around. I have this box right here. I mean, like, not sure what I do with it, but maybe I could put some. Actually, I think I have an idea. It's a good idea right here. See, I got this box right here. It has a pull tab right here. So I'm thinking maybe I'll put some post-it notes inside. Looks like I would have to resize it. So I'm gonna do that real quick here. Just resize these post-it notes. Just cutting it real quick. Alright, I guess it fits inside. And since I'm at it here, let's see, where did I put this? Might as well put a pen inside. Alright, put that away, I guess, for now. Now I'm going to show this pouch. Now, I didn't make this pouch, obviously, but this pouch, at least this part of it, I found. And I've took the line, the cordage that was on there, and replaced it with some parachute type of cordage. So I had to replace the cord lock on it with a different one. And the cordage I have on it now is longer. So when I actually tighten it to store whatever, I got a nice handle and such. And it's long enough so I can go like something like this, depending on what's inside. Now everyone knows what tongs are. I've been using these for a little bit. Sometimes I'll bring them out with me depending on what I'm doing, but I find these are can be quite useful, especially manipulating something like a char cloth, char material tin, or manipulating like sticks in a fire or something like that, providing I can pick it up. So if this was log, I could just pick it up, move it somewhere else, or if it's my chart tin, pick it up, turn it over, nice and easy. I'm hoping to get longer ones. I haven't used those other ones that are more like tongs than you would see for like let's say at a buffet or something like that. I haven't tried those out for it. Because I like these ones because it's just like using scissors for me. So I can easily just open up my hand and just grab something like charred cloth tin or something like that. Or maybe I'm turning a stick or a piece of wood so it burns the other side. Or bringing coals closer to like my pot. Something like that. I guess I got a few more things hanging around here. Now, just give me 1 second. I just got a message someone. Someone's asking what's going on with me, so I gotta tell them I'm live streaming right now. Alright. Anyways, this right here actually came from like some multi-tool or whatever. I've seen other people showing this before. Basically, it's one of those things that had a flashlight on it. Well, what I did was I stuffed it with some gum and applied some pine sap at the top, and just put some tape at the top. So basically, I'm going to use this as some sort of water resistant container that I can screw on. Let's see. Yeah, there is a rubber seal. Although the amount of space is not that big in there. That's the only downside. I just got some cordage around it, because it's got the hole, lanyard hole at the top. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with this. Maybe I'll hang it around my neck. I don't know, something like that. Hello, Admiral Preparedness. How's it going, man? Just sorting out a few things, seeing if I can put them back to use. Spring's finally coming to Canada. Eventually. It's still below freezing here. And there's still snow on the ground. So I figure I might as well get a head start on the spring cleaning. I guess since I'm Canadian, I guess I could show this spoon that I have. There's a Mountie right there. Why do I have this? I don't know. I just have it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, wind sucks at times, especially when it's below freezing. You get that wind chill factor. I mean, most people can handle a little bit of the cold, but you start adding in effects like wind chill now. That's a whole new ball game. Just some stuff I have laying around that I kind of need to resort, because I've noticed, especially with the preparedness thing, I might not have been into it as much as other people have for like, you know, years and years and years and years and years, but I realized there's certain little things that I'm like, do I really need another one of those? You know, I got a whole drawer full of certain little things. I'm like, do I need another one? Do I need another one? So I've been turning down a few things lately. Even these kind of GAWs, giveaways. If I'm in for those, usually I'm paying it forward now. Not saying I wouldn't like the gear, but I've noticed that, you know, I think I got enough of specifically that type of gear right now. Especially with the fire starting stuff. I mean, unless I'm getting like some jumbo ferro rod, which I don't have, or a flint and steel set. You know, everything's I'm like, I don't need another one. I got 3 or 4 already. I figure might as well clean up, see what I'm not using, what I am using. If I can't use it, can I put it back into use with something else, or, you know, donate it or give it away. So I figure I might as well take a look. Try to group a few things together. So this is probably gonna be more random creation mode. So what's up? Oh, exactly, Abro. It's never too late to start preparedness. But always remembering, food and water and food are gonna be those things that are ongoing, continuously needed. And that kind of stuff gets consumed, so it always has to be, more has to be brought in eventually. So I've been toning back on a few things, especially before I start buying anything new now. or getting anything. Seeing where I should maybe, instead of getting a new new multi-tool, maybe I should be getting something for water. You know, maybe another water filter instead of that another flashlight again. I mean, I'm all for having backups sometimes, but sometimes too much can be overwhelming. And you become indecisive, and when you choose and be like, oh, I could choose this or that, or sometimes it's easier just to have a few, so it's like easier to choose because you'll be like, oh, I need a chopping tool. Okay, I'm gonna go grab this. This is probably better. Versus, oh, I get 5 or 6. Which one should I choose? And wasting time being indecisive. And of course, with so much gear or whatever, you start being, how do I say, it gathers up fast, let's just say. So, a bunch of stuff I'm trying to sort out, especially the tools right now. I mean, I have so many additional things right now, it's not even funny. Especially if I'm trying to figure out where to put this stuff right now. I mean, like, and some of it I do use. I mean, like this, I've shown this before. It's an egg beater type of drill. I've used this before. I'm actually thinking of, you know what? I think I'm gonna actually see if I can modify this a little bit better. Yeah, why not? Why not? Maybe make it more comfortable in the hands. So, I think yeah, I lubricated it just a little up here, so it spins a little bit better. Alright, let's see what I can do with this. So I'm gonna go grab some cordage here. Yeah, well, that's too short. I can find some cordage that's long enough. Let's see if I can make this a little bit. It's got a wooden handle, nice wooden red handle on this. And I'm thinking what will happen over time if I start using this. I've used this a few times. That I'll be grabbing it and squeezing it and trying to push down with the drill when I'm doing it. So I'm gonna see if I can make this a little bit more comfortable in the hands. Let's see, what do I have to use? I could try using Ranger bands around this. Put some Ranger bands and put some rubber against around it. Let's see here, pull this out. Let's see if I did put something over top. Just trying this out first. So, not cutting anything yet, just seeing. Wouldn't be so bad. At least it'd give me some more grip. It would fit on. So maybe I will. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna cut some of this bicycle inner tube here. See if this works. I'm gonna cut that. Grab my egg beater drill. Now the idea is to get it around this part and over here, but expose the hook, so I can still add a lanyard at the top if I want to hang it. So I'm going to have So I gotta cut it it's a little too long, so I'm gonna cut it just a little. And what I'm gonna do is cut 2 strips off going perpendicular to the band and kind of use those 2. So let's see what I can do here. I'll cut this just about right here. And cut this again. Now I'm gonna put this around this. Put the inner tube around the handle just enough. Alright, I think this will work. Now I'm going to use the Ranger bands to attach this bigger piece of bicycle inner tube on. First at the top in this case. Now hopefully I can get this around it. Nice and snug. So now when I'm applying pressure down, I have more friction, I guess, more grip. So when I'm pushing down, I can push down with a little bit more force. Let's try to get this around this. I'll probably have to work at this a little bit more. It might be too short at the bottom. I'm trying to get it on there so it actually wants to stay on there. See if I can do this without using some additional cordage just to get it on, or anything like a zip tie or something like that. Although I probably could use something like that, but I'm trying to see if I can do it without that. So basically I'm just using the Ranger brand itself to get, that bicycle inner tube on it. I think this will work. Just trying to slide it down here. Of course, bicycle inner tube can be useful for a lot of things. Alright. Pull this up a little. Alright, let's see if this will work. okay. It's not so bad, I guess. Let's see if we can get something at the top here now. That'll be alright. So that way my hand doesn't start slipping when I'm applying pressure downwards. Yeah, the wheel still freely spins without getting caught. Yeah, you can see. I might have to bring that in more so it doesn't get caught here. That's not too bad. Not too bad. What I'll do is add some little bit of a ranger band around the handle. I mean, not the handle, but I forget what this is called, but just so I get some grip, just in case my hands are wet or something like that, or maybe I'm sweaty or whatever. I guess I'll have to try this out next time I use it and see if it helps. I'll put that away. Put my box away with my wooden pen. Keep it when I need to use it. Alright, let's see. Next thing. Now I got these files. Saw-like blades hanging around. More of these. So I'm gonna see if I can make something here to kind of keep them together. So they stay together. So when I'm trying to go look for them, it's a little bit easier. I mean, a file like this, I know I can get some sparks off of it. I'm still looking for someone to help me, someone with a grinder, so I can actually grind, maybe not this specific file, but a file so I can make a kind of a homemade flint and steel, but I know it's possible. This is probably not the best flint, but you can see. As long as I can get those sparks to aim somewhere, it would be able to go. It's just easier if it's a little bit shorter, and I guess if it was curved it'd be easier because it would fit in my hand better. So I don't have flint and steel, but I got a piece of file and a piece of flint. Not sure what it is exactly, but all I know is that this is hard enough to get sparks off this file if I needed to. Yeah. Oh, better put that rock away here. So what I'm thinking is, for these files and saws that I have, I'm not actually gonna use magnetism. Yes, I'm gonna use magnetism to see if I can keep them together. So something like this neodymium magnet that I have. I'm gonna use it to keep my blades together here. That way I don't have to look for them. They're not gonna be all over the place. And hopefully, let's see, hopefully, get somewhere with them. It's not bad. I guess it would keep all this stuff together here. It looks like it's keeping it together. I'm actually surprised magnetism's strong enough in this case. Let's see. Oh. Nope. Not quite. Not quite, but at least it'll hopefully help keep it together. So I'll try that for now and see if that helps. That way I can have, it keeps it together so I'm not looking for a bunch of it. Oh, where's the other one? Where's the other saw? Where's the other file? It's together. Alright, now I gotta put these extra Ranger bands, bicycle inner tube away here. Now, what I usually do with these inner tubes is, instead of using something else to keep it together, I figure I might as well just use the inner tube. Cut a little bit off. Hello, AC. How's it going? So I'm going to use the inner tube itself to help me keep the inner tube tidy. So basically I just cut off a piece similar to an elastic band. These are also known as Ranger bands when you actually cut them. Bicycle inner tube. And just basically just not put it around it. Just to keep it together. So now it's together. Store that away where I keep it. And I'll be ready to use the next time I need to use it. Alright, next thing here is where is it here? Oh, you're making a... Okay, making a YouTube wooden sign. That is so awesome. And speak of YouTube... Yes. Gotta plug in my YouTube magnet every time I get. So... But yeah, that's awesome. Hello, Prepare Boy Scout. What's up, man? How's it going? Good morning. How's it going? So I got, it's kind of, what's this called? It's kind of like bracelet type of cordage, this kind of stuff. I found a whole bunch, let's just say. But, I don't know. It keeps it together. Because I like to keep certain things together because it's easier for me to try to find them. Here's one I braided. Why, I don't know. It's braided and it's got a knot in it. Well, a compression knot. So I'll put this to the side. See, I got this tangled mess. Oh, geez. See, this is one thing I don't like seeing. Because now I gotta take all this time to undo this and all that crap. I'm not gonna do this right now, but let's just say I try to avoid this. Because it's very annoying. Especially now if I want, you know what, screw it. I'm already on it. I'm gonna undo this for a sunrise time. See, this is why I like to keep, anytime I keep rope, cordage, anything like that, to try, keyword choice, try to keep it in a way, in such a way so when I deploy it or want to go use it, I'm not spending time like what I am right now undoing knots and having a jumbled mess. Oh, it's so annoying. Because now I gotta take all this time right now to undo all the knots, making sure it's nice and neat again so I can use it. Because anyone that does enough work or uses enough rope, cordage, line, twine, jute twine, any of that stuff, you know, you'll see it might get twisted. You get knots inside, like, look. So what I'm probably gonna do is either one of two things. Well, probably either one of three things. Either give up, which I probably won't, or I'm gonna, once I undo this, jeez, see, this is why I don't like this. Oh, it's so annoying. And yes, I probably could just be like, whatever, and just cut it, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to see if I can actually still salvage this. I mean, it's not that bad. Oh, I'm getting somewhere finally. Ugh, see, I'm gonna undo this thing at right here. Oh, it's so annoying. Alright, I think I got somewhere on this. Double checking, yeah. Oh, nope, I got one knot in there. Alright, so I finally got this untangled. So what I'm gonna do is, and I've shown this before. See, I got another knot in there. So I'm gonna try to undo this here. Actually, that knot's so hard in there that I'm just not cut it. So, unfortunately. But, anyways, I'm gonna take the end, go through it real quick. See, I got another knot in there. See, the thing is, when you get knots like that, it's hard to tie something. Sometimes it'll get in the way, and that knot will get in the way of where you want to tie, or you can't run something along it. So what I'm going to do is grab both ends, go through it again, find the center, bring the center towards the end again, and do it one more time. And basically, what I'm going to do here real quick is just use not compression knot, but the zipper chains in it. It'll be easier. It'll keep it together. I won't have to worry about the tangles in there so much. It's harder for it to tangle because it's a series of loops put together. You know, like I said, I'll keep it together so I don't have to. Hopefully, won't have to the next time I want to use this. I won't have to deal with a bunch of knots and unnecessary knots and stuff like that in the line. It'll be ready to go. This is useful, I think, when you don't have a spool. And you could do this with longer amounts of line. You just kind of fold it up more, like what I just did. So it's not, doesn't take too long. So I'll just quickly do this here. And I'll keep it together until I'm ready to use it. Oops. Got one of the pieces stuck in there. I'll have to do it again. Alright. Take two. Alright, there we go. Go like that. And as I come closer to the ends, what I can do here, got that one piece stuck. Sometimes it helps, depending, is to add knots at the end, just so it's easier to use. So you can pull tight, because it won't come out. So if I put a knot right here, it wouldn't come out if I pulled. Alright, just let me finish this real quick. Alright. Put that in the baggie. Go from there. Since I have this air piece from that same piece of line, I'm actually gonna string this real quick again, same way. I'm just gonna make this really short. This is pretty a small amount. Just gonna do this real quick again. Now, if I wanted to, I guess I could braid this onto something. I'm just thinking about it real quick. Nothing comes to mind yet, but if I do, I guess I got this to use if I wanted to. Especially if I want to use this color. For now, I'm not using the color. Alright. Bring it back in. And pull it together. Alright, put that in there. Alright, so now this is a little bit neater for me. A little bit more organized. Yet, I still have access to it. And it would only take however long to deploy it or to get it into some way that I can use it again. I mean, I got plenty of spools. Here's a spool of like natural type of cordage, similar to like jute twine. This has six or seven. Is it 7? Oh no, it's actually 7 strands. By the looks of it, yeah, 7 strands. So just have it around the spool just to keep it together. And of course, here's another spool, which I still have a bunch of line around. Alright, let's put this away here. And yes, I do braid a lot, because that line that I just showed you, I've actually braided too. Why? Just because I wanted to. So, let's see. I guess it would be pretty strong natural cordage. But of course it's natural cordage, so it's meant to break down over time. I have a sip of coffee here. It's good coffee. Can't wait till I get my second cup. So another thing I've been considering, just for fun. Now, this right here is a USB type of light. So let me go get a battery pack here. Now this was donated. Geez, it's bright. This was gifted to me by Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Oh, and by the way, I still have it, Rob. And yeah, I've been thinking about ways of modifying it so I can actually want to use it, and I've used it here and there. I found what's that called? A lid for a USB end, which just happens to fit it. So I could do something like this if I wanted to. Hello, Big Stevie. ETN. ENT, I should say. How's it going, man? Going well. Just cleaning up in creation mode, seeing what I can do. So, I have this kind of maple leaf. So, I'm like, I can do this. Woo. I guess I'd be ready for Canada Day. If I wanted to do something like that. Although I need to expand the bottom out a little for it. But I'll keep that in mind for Canada Day. Maybe I'll bring it out for that day. Now these were from like glow sticks or whatever, but I've decided to see if I can use them for something else. So during Canada Day celebrations and stuff like that, I can just bring this and be like, I'll have my nice light up maple leaf. Maybe I'll put some white in the background or whatever. Have some sides to it. I don't know. Don't know. But I'm thinking about it. Let's see what's up. So yeah, I mean, I've used this a few times here and there. It is quite bright for what it is. It's warm. It's warm. It's a warmer type of light, so it's a little bit more yellowish. It's not as white. I just keep it in a drawer here for easy access. So if I need it, I just be like, okay, I got it in my hand. And I just have it on some retractable line, so wherever I need it, I can just be like, it's there. Especially if I'm by something that has USB power already. That's awesome to hear. Now, something else I've been working on. Now, unfortunately, I do not have enough of these yet. But everyone's familiar with debit credit cards. Here's the back of one. Now, what I've done is I've actually removed the ink from a card. So now it looks more blank. And now this is the only one I have so far, but what I've been thinking of is actually putting certain things on it. Not sure exactly what, hence that's why it's blank right now. Then applying some sort of clear coat or whatever over top to protect it, and sticking that into like a wallet, for example, so I can have that info of whatever it is, maybe it's phone numbers or whatever, on something that's waterproof and still acts as a card. So I might put, I'm not sure, Morse code, I don't know, something like that on this. It's just something I've been playing around with, but I need more of these to actually do that. And this just was from an older card, something I just kind of scrapped. So I'm thinking of that. Well, Nathaniel, it's not as easy as it seems. It's possible. I guess if you got a little bit of time, it's not too bad. Usually it's that I'm just removing the ink that was originally on the card and so I can put my own stuff on it in such a way so I can still read it. So maybe it's like, the size of very small print or whatever, says some sort of, I don't know, whatever it is. Just put it on there. Maybe I'll put something on the other side too, so I use both sides. Whatever. Could be personal info, I don't know, phone numbers, Morse code, something that maybe you haven't committed to memory, but it would be important enough to keep tabs on or keep a record of. Oh, that's cool, Big Steve. You like to build little crazy things too. You like to work with electronics? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Big Steve. Maybe, right? Yeah, I've been kind of working on that kind of stuff too. Big Steve, electronical stuff. Yeah, I guess I could plug this in. It's not ready yet. I think oh yeah. See? Oops. Looks like it. See? This is, speak of electronics. It's just a fan. You can hear that. Just something I made. You'll see it later on. Hold on one sec, guys. Apparently someone's calling me. Just give me 1 sec. I will be right back. 1 second, please. Alright, everyone. CR's back. So, yeah. Where was I? I almost forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, it's okay. I'll just keep moving on here. So, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mess around with electronics here and there, too. Just for fun. Trying out stuff. So, yeah, you'll see something about this later on in a different video. Because I'm trying it out. But I have to wait for it to get warmer out and see how well it works. So, and there's still snow outside, so yeah. So a bunch of stuff I've been messing around with. Which I'll get over here. Come on, right? Well, I guess I'll have to find it later. I thought I had it laying around here. Now, here's something else I made. Unfortunately, the battery died in it when I was trying. I must have turned it on by accidentally, but you could still see still lit in there. It looked better when it was still bright, but basically I had this on a backpack. No, not on a backpack. On a shoulder sling type of bag as a light source. And basically, I just put this white thing over top, and basically it would act as a diffuser. So not only would I have a light source, but a way to diffuse it, so I can spin it like this to make a signal halo. I had to change out the batteries for this. Although I might consider on making one for this flashlight that I have here. Just something I got for cheap, nothing too expensive. It's okay. I'm trying to see if I can get a nice diffuser for it, for me to use. Now it's got this clip right here, which used to be over here on where the hairband is. I kind of got it off and managed to get it on the other side. So if I had to use this, when I do use this, if I'm wearing a hat, I can clip it onto the hat. See? So that's what I did with this flashlight right here. And if you're wondering about this hair tie right here, it's actually so, for example, if this right here was some sort of band or whatever, I could slip the band over the clip part, so it's like this, and put the hair tie over top. so it's over top like this. So that way it actually wants to stay in there. It's harder for it to come out. So I can put it onto something, clip it onto something, and keep it on there a little bit more likely to keep it on there, let's just say. And of course, a hairband can be useful. Doesn't add that much weight. I still have access to all the stuff using it. It's got one of those crowns on the top, I guess. I'll put that to the side here. So I'm gonna show off a few more things here before I take off on this live stream, as I'm expected on. Well, I get to call someone back too, so. And of course, I don't want to leave the live stream AFK for 5-10 minutes. So I'll just cut this one short here, the next couple minutes here. And have to come back and do this again and all that stuff. Give me 1 sec, please. Yeah, everyone's always gonna call and all that stuff when you're live streaming. When you're not, no one calls. No one interrupts you. And as soon as you get on live stream, whoa, everyone wants to interrupt you and start calling. That's not always the case. So, as I feel like it's a foreshadowing of more to come, I think I'm gonna stop this live stream for now. So I want to say a special thanks to everyone that's been dropping by. I appreciate it. I know it's not as exciting as some of these other live streams and some of these other shorter videos I have. I do appreciate everyone dropping in and stuff like that and checking it out. And maybe, you know, picking up something here and there, something to try. It's nice to hear from some of you guys what you guys have been up to and stuff like that. Looking forward to some of the stuff you guys are been talking about. It's definitely gonna be interesting. Make sure I'll look out for that on your guys' channels and stuff like that. Drop by if I can. So, as the world changes so much oneself to reach a new level of skill and knowledge, one must practice. Now, a single person can't help everyone in this world, but one person out there can help someone in this world. Alright guys, until the next video for me. Yes, thank you very much, Rollis. Enjoy the rest of the day too. And the weekend and all that awesomeness. So until the next video for me, it's peace out from the guy that's always in creation mode, and coffee seems to go better with creation mode. Yeah. See ya everybody. It's peace out from CR. And I'll catch you next time.